My brother told me I don't deserve our family. Then his wife showed me what he'd been hiding. I need to tell you about the worst night of my life and how it led to the best decision I ever made. I'm 28 years old now. This happened 2 years ago, but I still think about it almost every day. Not because I'm upset anymore, but because I can't believe how blind I was for so long. Growing up, my family was obsessed with looking successful. My parents weren't actually wealthy, but they acted like money grew on trees in our backyard. Every conversation at family gatherings revolved around careers, houses, investments, and who was doing what with their life. It was exhausting. My older brother Daniel was their pride and joy. He's 3 years older than me, and from the moment he could walk, he knew exactly how to play the game. Perfect grades in school. Star athlete. Went to a good college. Got a stable corporate job right after graduation. Married his high school sweetheart Jennifer when he was 26. Bought a house in a nice neighborhood. The whole package. Me? I was the opposite. I spent most of my childhood reading books and writing stories in my room. I wasn't interested in sports or networking or climbing any ladder. I took a few years off after high school to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I worked random jobs, traveled a bit, and eventually went back to school for creative writing when I was 24. By the time this story takes place, I was 26, still in school part-time, working at a bookstore to pay rent on a tiny studio apartment downtown. My parents never said they were disappointed in me directly, but they didn't have to. Every family dinner included some comment about how Daniel was doing so well, how he really had his life together, how nice it must be to have such a stable career and a beautiful home. They'd ask me when I was going to finish school, when I was going to get a real job, when I was going to meet someone and settle down like Daniel did. I learned to tune it out. Daniel never seemed bothered by being the golden child, and honestly, I didn't resent him for it. We weren't close, but we weren't enemies either. We just lived completely different lives and rarely talked outside of family events. Then came my mom's 60th birthday party. Daniel insisted on hosting it at his house. He made a big deal about wanting to make it special for her, to really celebrate this milestone. My parents were thrilled. They loved showing off Daniel's house to their friends. The party was on a Saturday evening in October. I showed up around 6 with a gift I'd carefully picked out for my mom, a vintage edition of her favorite novel that I'd found at an estate sale. When I walked in, the place looked like something out of a magazine. There were professional-looking decorations everywhere, catered food, a bartender mixing drinks, soft music playing from hidden speakers.